Section 2. You will hear the manager of a manufacturing company talking to a group of new employees on their first day of work. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 13 on page 3. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 13.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name's John Reeves, and I work in human resources. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the company and to say that I hope you'll settle in quickly and be happy and successful. But now you've got a busy day today, so I'll get down to business. First, I'm going to tell you about the company's policy concerning dates and hours of work, as we get a lot of questions about these two aspects of the contracts. As you'll probably realise, the demand for our products varies in a fairly predictable way over a 12-month period. So in order to cope with seasonal highs and lows, we adjust basic working hours accordingly. In low season, that's roughly October to February, hours are 7 a.m. to 2:30, but in high season we go on till 4:30. That's for production staff, of course, and some categories of admin staff too. The system works quite well, really, and I think once you get used to it, you'll just take it in your stride. Regarding holiday periods, the exact holiday entitlement for each employee depends on their contract and length of service with the company. But because we're a manufacturing company, we can't be completely flexible about when you take your leave. And in fact, we shut down completely once a year for a period of 2 weeks. Once the annual calendar's been agreed, it's published on the company notice boards and the intranet as well. Employees have to take leave at that time, but they can take the rest of their leave at any time as long as their supervisor approves it and the dates are agreed in advance. As for the daily schedule, start time is the time that the company expects you to be at your workstation ready to start work, rather than the time you enter the building. So normally you'll have to arrive a few minutes earlier than that to allow yourself time for clocking in, putting your personal belongings into your locker and getting to your work area. And similarly, of course, at the end of the working session, you should continue to work right up until the finishing time. You should start preparing to leave when the buzzer sounds.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 14 to 20 on page 4. Now listen and answer questions 14 to 20.
Right. Well, let me explain the layout of the building we're in at the moment, the factory block. The training room, where we are at the moment, is, as you know, just to the left of the staff entrance. The main entrance is where clients and other visitors come in. There are male and female locker rooms immediately on your right as you come into the building. You'll be given a key card so you can keep personal items secure there. Now, the large room at the end of the corridor here is the production hall, which is where most of you will be based. Finished goods are taken straight into the loading bay, which is the even larger area next to it. There, the goods are loaded onto trucks and dispatched to customers. Let's see, what else? Oh, yes, the storeroom, where a couple of you will be working, is in the corner of the building beside the production hall. That's where the components are brought in. And the production manager's office is to the left of the staircase, close enough to the main entrance to see customers when necessary. The security office is the smaller of the two rooms next to the main entrance. That's where finished goods are signed out before dispatch. And then, there's the staff quiet room in the corner of the building, as far away as possible from the noise of the production hall. And opposite that, there's our cafeteria, which serves very nice meals, and these are very reasonably priced because they're subsidised. Oh, what I'd like to do now is get you...
That is the end of Section 2. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to Section 3 on page 5.
Group Pass IELTS